Rollins takes over. He was terrific out of the bullpen. A 1.40 ERA and 44 relief appearances during the regular season. Postseason's been a little different. Pitched 6 games, has an ERA of 5.79. He's allowed 3 runs, 9 hits, and 4 2/3 innings. Jimmy Rollins first up, took a ball, and now another. And Ken Rosenthal is still with us from down on the field level. Why do the Yankees want Phil Hughes to start an inning as opposed to coming in with somebody on base?
Well, one advantage here, Joe, is that he starts innings clean out of the windup. And the Yankees have been asking Phil Hughes, hey, slow down, trust your stuff. Hughes told me it's easier for him to do that out of the windup than out of the stretch.
He finds the strike zone here in the count 2-1. And Joe Girardi is asked about it, and he lets you in a little bit. He talks about the inexperience across his bullpen. Here's Rollins hitting one down the right field line, hooking into the corner. It's foul. He says, you know, you think about it. Phil Coke, a young guy. Robertson, a young guy. Aceves, young guy. Jabba, Phil Hughes. He said, I'm not complaining. They're all very good, but they're all very young as they make their way through this postseason. And Phil Hughes has the count even on Jimmy Rollins, 2-2.
And the very young Phil Hughes, you see Jabba Chamberlain right there, but he will probably be picked up by Damaso Marte, who is warming. And there's only one reason that Marte is warming, or actually 2 reasons. Utley and Howard, who are due up 3rd and 4th if Ryan Howard gets up in this inning.
Switch hitter Victorino on deck. 2-2 on Jimmy Rollins, who's 0 for 3. And a foul tip keeps him up there. It speaks to how well CC Sabathia has pitched this postseason, that when you say he went 7, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, struck out 6, walked 3, 2 home runs allowed, that he had an off night.
Only thing that has made his night an off night is Cliff Lee.
Lee has pitched 7 shutout innings and allowed 3 hits. Make it 4. And now a leadoff walk from Phil Hughes. Weather's supposed to be better. And they will see their old friend Pedro Martinez on the mound for the Phillies.
Pedro Martinez saying today that I might be the only guy who brings fear to fans without throwing a pitch. He can light up Yankee Stadium, old and new.
Meanwhile, the Yankees have to think, here we go again with Phil Hughes with a leadoff walk. Rollins starts and stops, and ball 1 outside to Victorino.
You get the feeling Rollins is going to start at first base. And the next time that fake break, he's going to keep going. Rollins with 31 steals on the year.
Caught 8 times.
Talking to Davey Lopes, the first base coach.
Victorino 0 for 3 against Sabathia. Starts and stops on ball 2 to Shane Victorino. Just an embarrassment of riches is what A lot of people thought about the Yankees with their short relief getting to Mariano Rivera coming into this postseason with guys like Phil Hughes and Jabba Chamberlain out of the rotation down there, and David Robertson and the way he had pitched, and Phil Koch. But it hasn't been too sharp for that group. Mariano Rivera has been asked to do a lot already this postseason to get the Yankees to this spot, including a 2-inning save on Sunday night to end the ALCS. There's ball 3 to Victorino. 3-0. There goes Rollins. The pitch is a strike. The throw down is not in time, and the first stolen base of this postseason for Jimmy Rollins.
A 3-0 pitch allowed Victorino to put the bat in front of catcher Jorge Posada. That is a real distraction when you're a catcher and you're trying to come out of the chute in a hurry. 3-0, he knows he's going to take, and that little movement can really distract a catcher, and Rollins steals a base.
Now the count's 3-1, and Victorino goes after a high fastball, full count. You surprised at all that they were running on 3-0?
3-0, you normally don't run. Do you know who was one of the most proficient at running 3-0 and making it? Lou Brock, one of the great stolen base champs of all time.
Now a 3-2 pitch. Victorino stays alive.
But you're right. If you run 3-0, your percentage has to be much, much higher. You cannot be thrown out because the hitter's in such a favorable count.
Now Jimmy Rollins and Derek Jeter share a smile. The two played together during the World Baseball Classic. And Rollins peppered Derek Jeter with questions. Here's a 3-2. And back-to-back walks to start the inning for Phil Hughes. Meanwhile, it's Utley, who has had a perfect night at the plate. A walk, 2 home runs. And Marte gives a look back at Jimmy Rollins. Utley is the second left-handed batter to hit 2 home runs, a left-handed pitcher in a World Series game. The other one, wow, Babe Ruth.
That's great.
In 1928, Game 4.
Man.
Instead of for the Yankees, it's against the Yankees, and it's Utley and not Babe Ruth. And Utley takes ball 1 down and away. Retired number of Babe Ruth is Utley waits for a 1-0 pitch from Marte. And neither one have been close. 2-0, and this crowd, which has been packed in from the beginning and dealt with wind and rain, is starting to groan here with the erratic pitching of the Yankee bullpen.
2 straight walks by Phil Hughes, and now 2 balls and no strikes to Chase Utley.
On deck, Ryan Howard. Here's a 2-0. 2-1. On 2-1, there's strike 2.
Chase Utley thought it was outside, but Marte gets the call.
Our unofficial look at it on Fox Tracks as Posada now goes out to talk to the 34-year-old left-hander Damaso Marte. who pitched in only 21 games during the regular season, had a 1-3 record and an ERA of 9.45.
Shoulder problems limiting him to only 21 appearances.
The 2-2, and got him looking one away. It's interesting because as we sit here, this does not feel like a 2-0 game. It doesn't feel like a 2-run game with the Yankees down by just 2 because of the pitching of Cliff Lee.
Yeah, that's right.
On the other hand, the Phillies have had questions around their bullpen all year because of the blown saves by their closer, Brad Lidge. That's in the air to right. Swisher back to get it. That's out number 2. Tagging and going to third is Rollins. First and third, 2 out. Here's Robertson, first and third, 2 out, trying to keep it a 2-0 game. It was first and second, nobody out. Marte did a nice job. And now Worth takes a ball. Good speed on. Rollins over at third. Victorino at first. Worth is 1 for 2 with a walk, a strikeout, and a base hit.
Yeah, what's going through Jorge Posada's mind right now is what to do with the ball in case Victorino runs. Do you throw through? Do you allow him to steal second base without a throw? And if you throw through, do you look Rollins back at third in the process?
The 1-0. High from Robertson, who so far this postseason 2-0. No earned runs, 3 games. 3 innings pitched, just 2 hits allowed. And now ball 3 as Robertson stares in at home plate umpire Jerry Davis. 3-0. And that's why he stared in. So a 3-0 pitch is low, and that loads the bases for Ibanez. This is a big at bat in this game. Phillies up 2-0 and have a chance to blow it open. Ibanez at the plate, and he takes a strike. Second time Ibanez has been up with the bases loaded tonight. Grounded out in the first inning when he had this chance. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2. Now the 1-2. And Ibanez stays up there.
Here's a guy like David Robertson who only throws 91 miles per hour. And I say only because it appears that his fastball is about 5 miles an hour faster. He has swing and miss stuff, says Dave Eiler, the pitching coach of the Yankees.
Led the American League in strikeouts per 9 innings pitched during the regular season. Is 1-2. 2-2. Robertson, who got out of a bases loaded nobody out situation in the division series game 2 against the Twins, and got the victory when Teixeira went deep in the bottom of the 11th. Working to Ibanez here, game 1 of the World Series, bases loaded, 2 out. 2-2 to the right side and through. Base hit, Ibanez. In to score is Rollins. In to score is Victorino, and it's 4-0 Philadelphia. So with that good speed, 2 runs with Rollins and Victorino crossing home plate. Now Ben Francisco goes after a high fastball, strike 1. Those runs are charged to Phil Hughes, who didn't retire a batter. Faced 2, walked 2, and allows 2 runs. If there was any pressure on Cliff Lee, and he hasn't looked at all tonight like he's had any on him since the beginning, that gives him a little more breathing room. And as we talked about, there have been problems during the regular season with this Phillies bullpen. There's a big hit. Now Rodriguez goes down on a knee, makes the play, and the inning is over. But damage is done. Back-to-back walks to start the inning. 2 runs on only 1 hit in the frame. Bottom of the 8th, game 1.